I also got these retro USB adapters. So inside, you see you've got a Nintendo adapter with the USB end. What we'll do to these is cut it open, take the chip out, and the wires trailing down, we'll actually not even use this type of end. I'll cut it up and put an internal header on it so it can plug right into the motherboard. So we'll see how that goes a little bit later. So here's the retro USB adapter once you take the outside shell off. What I'll probably do is Dremel this connector completely off and then hook the original Nintendo connector onto here, and then strip this wire completely off of it and put an internal header on. So I'll start that process. So now I've chopped off that retro USB off of the end of this. Discard that. The next thing I'm going to do is chop this side off. I just have the circuit board and I can tap that right into these USB internal headers that I pulled out of an old case. So I've got everything soldered up to the original Nintendo connector and the USB internal header, so hopefully we're good to go. I'm going to package this up a little bit better with duct tape and see if it works. Okay, I'm wiring up power and reset switch. So here's the reset. These two soldering joints right here. I'm going to wire in my PC header. Reset switch, solder onto here, and it should work. Okay, I have that soldered up. For the power switch, I'm going to go for those two solder joints. Okay, I've now got my power switch on there. I made the leads fairly short because the power switch is right next to the motherboard header, so I don't need much room to be able to move those around. So nice and clean. For the little red NES light, the LED inside here doesn't seem to light up with the voltage that the motherboard provides. So I'll be using this red LED out of just a normal computer. It's actually about the same size once it's in there. And what I'll do is I'll just snip the leads off of this and shorten this red cable, and then I'll be good to go as far as a power light. Okay, I've shortened my LED, and what you can do is just push it up right into place like that, and I'll probably put a little bit of hot glue over that just to hold it down. Okay, so I've got it wired up nice and neat. The LED light, power, reset switch. The very last thing you want to do is, if you hit the power button on the Nintendo, it normally clicks and holds down, and the reset is just loose. Push and it pops back up. But the power, we don't want it to click into place, because on a computer, if you hold down the power button, it shuts off. So let me show you what you need to do. You've got this little bronze looking clip. Just yank that clip out and it will stop clicking into place, and it should just work as a normal power button. So I've got the front ports squared away. They're all working. I've got the hard drive in here. Wasn't what I wanted up in here in this little micro SATA port, but that didn't work out, so I had to use a conventional SSD here. But I think I've got everything in here, and pretty soon we'll be able to fire it up and see if I can get things running as far as OS and software goes. Last thing I need to do is get this SATA port on. Hopefully I've got enough clearance here. Looks like I do. Okay, that looks like it completes the hardware. So I'm going to pop the top on.